Alrighty, welcome everybody. We're going to be playing an updated Song of Storms list. Six Sigma has been doing a lot of research and playtesting with this, and this is the list that he settled on, and I'm quite excited to play it. Also, MTG Goldfish had came out with a deck very similar to the one that we played, and we got some useful data from their playtesting as well. Namely, Flame Jab is a major addition, as well as we found a slot for a redundant win condition, or Six Sigma rather, I shouldn't say we, he did most of the work, if not all of it. And he's added a Laboratory Maniac, as well as a Jengatha, which I'm pretty excited to test this out. So let's go ahead and play a quick match with this. I only have the time for one two-man today, because I am still in the process of moving. As you may or may not be able to see behind me, I have boxes starting to pile up. So, we're starting to move, like getting the actual truck and everything at the end of this week, so it's exciting. Alrighty, here we go. Let me play first. I'll declare that we're playing at Jengatha. Almost. We're going to mulligan. I think this hand is much better. We will keep. I think we have to put back Labman. Okay, play City of Brass, play Amulet of Vigor. Only playing this because I don't have a fourth gemstone mine. Could be relevant in a burn matchup. Okay, opponent plays an Elvish Mystic. Passes. We draw a Veil of Summer. So we can tap this for green, and we could play both of these lands and play Song this turn. We should probably do that if we're playing against land destruction. But if we do that, we discard our whole hand. So I'm not sure that we actually do that. Let's go ahead and tap for green. We'll play a Simic Growth Chamber. Untap it. Bounce City of Brass, play Grazer, and put City of Brass onto the battlefield tapped, then untap it. We just played a soul land on turn 2, that's how that worked out. Pass the turn, so now if our opponent plays a mountain and a stone rain, we are going to be really, really sad. Alright, it's Cavern, probably naming Elf. Okay, so our opponent is playing Tribal Elves. This could be like Archdruid. I was trying to think of the other one. They probably don't play Imperious Perfect anymore. Don't let that comment date the last time I saw an Elves player. Our opponent plays a Simic Growth Chamber. So we are going to float a green, tap here, play Groll Turf. You are fine. Leave it alone. Untap it. Bounce City of Brass. Play Song. Ouch, this toy is sharp. Play Simic Growth Chamber. Untap it. Oh, you know what? I probably should have cast Veil first, but we'll see. Might regret that. Okay, Growth Spiral, everything's fine. Play Growth Spiral. Draw 2 cards. We get a Glittering Wish. Put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Play Groll Turf. Untap it. Float mana. Bounce a Growth Chamber. Hey, settle down. Cast Arboreal Grazer. Put in Growth Chamber. Untap it. Bounce Growl Turf. Float mana. Play Wild Cantor. Draw cards. Play Pentad Prism. Draw cards. Sack Cantor for green. Play Cantor. Draw cards. Another Amulet. Okay. So how do we do this? We sack Cantor, play Amulet, maintain priority. Never mind, I had auto yields on. Okay, is there a way that I could solve this problem now? I didn't realize maintaining priority didn't work if you auto yielded to something that's actually super bad. Shoot. Isn't there a way to view sideboard? Okay, there we go. Okay. So we can cast Grape Shot, or we can cast Glittering Wish. We can also cast Noxious Revival. I think we Noxious Revival and try and hit another Growth Spiral. I'm actually going to Noxious Revival, Growth Spiral. Draw 2 cards. Okay, we get a Veil of Summer. Put Growth Spiral on top. Veil of Summer. That was a mistake. We were 1 land off. 1 mana off. And had I actually not been yielding, we would have just won. So we have to pass and discard our hand. It's okay, we have another Noxious Revival. We have backup plans. They're not necessarily great, but we have backup plans. I don't think we fetched, so Labman should be on the bottom of our deck. Okay. Opponent plays a Dwynen's Elite. They have 5 mana, 6 mana available. So probably just have a Collected Company then. Okay, we untap and draw a Pentad Prism. Pentad Prism is a very good draw, as it is a free draw 2 cards. We draw 2 lands. Not really what you want to see. Okay, so we play Growth Chamber. We untap it twice. We bounce Growth Chamber. And then we cast Jengatha. Draw 2 cards. Okay, we get a Growth Spiral. Man, having a card you can cast out of your sideboard's sick in this deck. Replay Growth Chamber. Untap it. Tap it. Untap it. Tap it. Bounce Growth Chamber. Growth Spiral. Draw cards. Put a Growth Chamber into play. Untap it twice. Bounce Growth Chamber. Play Pentad Prism. Draw some more cards. Get a Wild Cantor. Play Wild Cantor. Play Wild Cantor. Play Amulet. There we go. Now we're kind of cooking with gas. If only we had a Gruul Turf But Stomping Ground, I think, does work here. So we're going to add green, Growth Spiral, draw some cards, put a Stomping Ground into play. We will not pay 2 life. Untap it 3 times. Float a red. Float a red. And float a red. Flame Jab our opponent. Draw some cards. Okay. That resolves. Man, repeatedly thought casting while damaging your opponent. Who would have thought? This is awesome. Okay. I mean, technically we have to discard, so it's not really thought cast, but like, it's pretty close. Okay. Now we're going to Growth Spiral. Get back to having an even number of cards in deck. Put in Gruul Turf. Untap it a bunch. Bounce Gruul Turf. Float a white. Wish. Draw some cards. Oh shoot, you know what I just realized? If Labman is the bottom card of our deck, the absolute bottom, how do we actually draw it? Would then cast it without dying. Pick up a Knight of Autumn. I think a mistake was made. I think I needed to actually shuffle my deck. And I did not do that. I have no way to get rid of Song of Creation. So, unless I put other cards on the bottom of my deck, and I don't think I have... Oh, we can Noxious Revival. We can't Noxious Revival enough, can we? Alright, well, we'll put a Grazer into play. Put in Growth Chamber. So we can generate a bunch of mana. And we can Noxious Revival to put anything we want on top of our deck and draw Labman. But then we can't actually cast Labman because we die. We can't actually draw whatever we Noxious Revival either. I don't think. Unless it's an instant. Does that work? No. Huh. I killed myself. What's new? Yeah, okay. So we'll actually scoop it up because we put Labman on the bottom of our deck. I knew that was going to come back to haunt me. All right. Okay, so elves are bringing in bolts. It's going to be useful. And what are we dropping for bolt? We are going to drop probably a Glittering Wish, a land, and... Oh, actually, what am I saying? We need to drop Veil of Summers. They are not good against green-white elves, like at all. Okay. Then we'll run it like this. My bad, everybody. My bad. Kano can't math. Counting by ones is hard enough. Counting by twos is nigh impossible. Alright, we'll play first. Reveal Jengotha. Yeah, we can keep this. We've got all of the colors of mana we could ever want. We will start by shocking a breeding pool, playing an amulet. Our opponent's probably going to have Rex Sages, so that's something we have to be aware of. Opponent starts Razor Verge Thicket into a Llanowar Elves. Okay. So we play Gruul Turf, stack the triggers like this, float a blue, untap, we'll bounce Breeding Pool, bolt Llanowar Elves, then play a Pentad Prism, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Razor Verge Thicket into a Devoted Druid. Okay, so right now we're looking for like a Glittering Wish. We'll play Misty. Pass the turn. There's nothing else we can do here. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like Vizier. Go lay down. Oh. Well then. Alright, it's thinner deck. Get a Stomping Ground tapped. Untap it. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep playing lands until we're dead. But Glittering Wish potentially can save us. Because we can get our Knight of Autumn or Abrupt Decay to deal with that. He stopped wanting me to throw the soft rubbery toys. He's like, take this giant hunk of plastic I found, chuck it into the wall. I want to chase it. Alright, opponent definitely has like Chord of Calling or what's it called? The Collected Company. Let's go green or green white, Glittering Wish. Unfortunately, I think we have to take Abrupt Decay because our opponent could have, like, if they chord for, like, Vizier or something, they could very easily just win the game. But Abrupt Decay lets us interact on their end of turn to kill Eidolon if we had to. Okay, Collected Company it is. So we can't cast any more spells this turn. But neither can our opponent. They get a Dwynen's Elite. And what else? Heritage Druid. Okay. Opponent cracks Windswept Heath. Gets Forest. Azuri. Okay. So the only things we can actually kill right now are Azuri or Eidolon. He can regenerate anything else. The problem is, if we don't draw Song of Creation next turn, we're probably just toast. Okay, opponent attacks for 3. Presumably they can chord for 2 here. Kind of sad we have to use a charge counter. Alright, gotta draw a song. That is not song. So we are... We can't Grape Shot to kill anything. So we're just going to play Growl Turf. Untap it and bounce Stomping Ground. Pass the turn. Oh, they can Chord for 3. If they get Idle on here, we're just done. Actually, like, they just get a couple more Elves and we just die to damage. I am so sorry for flubbing up Game 1, because Game 1 we totally should have won. Is that auto-yield that killed me? Yep. Alrighty, you got it. Infinite damage with Izuri. Oh, jeez. Well, sorry that one didn't work out exactly as planned, but it's what we've got right now. Overall, I think the deck is a lot better than the previous version that I played on stream. If you are a slightly better pilot than I am, you definitely will have a little more success than I did. I think Jengatha out of the side is brilliant. Always having an extra spell to cast in hand, even when Song of Creation dumps yours, is amazing. I'm interested to see how Royal Scions play, especially like as a win condition, because their ult wins the game, so like can help loot in a grindy matchup to get you set up. But overall, I think the deck is a lot better. The mana base for sure felt a lot better than mine, and I'm excited to play this deck some more when I have time. Thank you so much again to Six Sigma for sending me an updated list and doing all of the testing and whatnot. I really appreciate it. If you want to help brew decks like this, you should join my Discord, where Six Sigma, myself, the Only JF, Bone Daddy, and all the others hang out. And Flora Artist Aesthetic, you also deserve a shout out because you post sweet decks as well. Anyway, I've got to get back to packing. You're all wonderful people. I hope to see you again next time. Bye!